The leaves rustled outside the Gallagan estate. A gentle breeze sweeps through the neatly pruned trees, puncturing the stillness of the night with their rustling. In the warm candlelight suffusing from the tinted windows of the estate, a tiny bird perches on a branch, staring purposefully through the window. An otherwise average man, indistinguishable from common folk if not for his weathered noble attire, flips through the sheaves of rough paper. The bird looks skyward, beak ajar as if ready to sing. Instead of birdsong, the quiet chime of a bell is heard. Baron Gallagan freezes, ever so slightly. He looks up from his reports, tallies of harvests from the recent season, and reaches for his glass. Swirling his drink, he looks at his attendant and sighs. I am done for tonight. You may leave now. I wish to be alone. The servant nods and quietly exits the humble study. Baron Gallagan downs his glass, liquid fire flowing down his throat. He closes his eyes briefly, massaging his face with his free hand, and leans back into his wooden chair. The creak of teak is interrupted by the chime of a bell.
You know, your lordship, if I didn't know better, I would have thought you weren't happy to see me.
Baron Gallagan gently returns his glass to the table. Barbarian drinking glasses of this make were nigh impossible to find nowadays. After all, the alliance disintegrated after the wars ended, squabbling over the distribution of lands to its members. He opens his eyes. A tall, lean figure leans over the table, peering at the Baron, its features obscured by a long midnight blue cloak. A mockingbird is languidly perched on its shoulder. Stitched into the torso of the cloak is a cluster of eyes, arranged as if they were roses in a bouquet.
What do you want now?
The Baron asks. The figure giggles, its cloak rippling in turn.
There's this caravan coming later this week, your lordship.
The Baron interrupts. That you want me to ignore?
On the contrary, your lordship, my superiors would most appreciate a very thorough inspection of the caravan,
the figure quips.
So thorough you'll take apart the caravan and perhaps discover some illicit goods hidden beneath the driver's seat.
And what of the goods? The Baron asks apprehensively. They had asked for caravans to be ignored, but never the reverse.
Oh, don't worry about it, your lordship. You can keep it. You can burn it. You can use it for yourself. Whatever you want.
The figure raised his hands with a flourish. The mockingbird is launched into the air from this sudden movement. It lands atop the figure's head, pecking down at it to express its displeasure. And which caravan? Which caravan is this? The Baron inquires.
Yemvrin. 7 wagons long, and the lead driver will be a one-eyed man. He'll flash his veteran's badge along with his pass, even though he lost his eye running from battle. Cowardice and stolen honor.
The Baron's facade of calm breaks. You can't possibly be serious. Yemvrin has the Count's protection.
Oh, don't worry about it. It will be the least of your concerns.
The figure reaches over the table, arm pressing onto the harvest reports for support. With its free hand, it pats the Baron firmly on his shoulder.
Besides, your son needs that medication, doesn't he?
The Baron looks down, burying his face in his calloused hands. A minor noble like himself could never afford Obdura's route, even if he bankrupted his barony several times over.
Well then, I'll be seeing you around, your lordship, and also get yourself a gardener. It's not right for a noble to be maintaining his own garden.
The figure paused.
Also, what do you feel about becoming a count?
Baron Gallagan looks up, but the figure is no longer there. He leans back into his old teak chair. In between the night breeze and the rustling of leaves, a bell can just barely be heard.